Greetings everybody, it's me Knight, and today I'm going to be making a video about the dark goddess, well, a couple of dark goddesses, specifically Hecate, um, or Hecate, however y'all want to pronounce it. I'm only bringing this up because I do feel I have a couple of followers who might be into the dark goddess. So if y'all not into this, disregard this video. And also, by the way, don't judge me off this video per se, because I have, how can I say, um, I have how I believe in spirituality is a little unique. And how I look at it, I view life as we are ran by like an omnipresent force that's everywhere. It's in nature, it's in space, universe. It's in the feminine and masculine energy, and I feel it comes in, and also it can show itself when it wants to through different aspects, whether they're your guardian angels, a goddess, or whatnot. But I still feel like there's like a hierarchy. I just feel like there's an omnipresent force that's in control, whether you want to call it the dark mother or the god head, and then you have the little demigods or whatnot. Then you got your guardian angels and daemons and diamonds, or whatever you want to call it, and other spiritual beings that are unnamed. And then you got us, and of course the animals. So it's a lot that goes in how I look at things. We all got the love aspect of life, and you got the, I guess you could say, the malevolent side of life. And that's how I look at it. So I'm saying all this before I break this goddess thing down here. So yeah, I just said that statement for anybody who might be still watching this video who's not really into dark goddesses, but just want to hear what I have to say. Because I just don't want people really judging me. Not that I really care, but I don't want people just judge me saying, oh, he's just connected to the goddesses, or he's connected to the Godhead or the God or Christianity or paganism. I'm a little unique. I'm not here to put all my business out here, but I will say what I'm doing here is I'm bringing up the dark goddess only because it's the energy that's been, from my perspective, it's always been around me my whole life. I just feel like as a child and as a teen, I didn't really notice the signs. I really didn't notice anything until like my young adulthood, and now, especially now in my older adulthood. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that. When it comes to the dark goddess, I'm gonna use specifically I'm gonna use Isis, then I'm gonna go with Hecate. Some of y'all might not view her as that, but this is how I look at it. I always felt like she was around me, but I will say this: about 3 years ago, right when COVID happened, one of my guides, a feminine guide that comes more so in my dreams and in my physical, came to me, and she was like, respect your divine feminine. And she was like, almost like demanding me, but she couldn't control my will. It was like when she said it, it was like just powerful. Like she had like this ancient cloak on, and looked like she's in biblical times. She ran up to my face and was like, respect your divine feminine. And when I woke up out of this vision, I'm like, what is she talking about? Because in my mind, I'm thinking like women, like actual humans. Like I haven't done anything wrong to people. But what it was is she wanted me to acknowledge the divine feminine within me and around me that's been protecting me. It was a couple of females, guardian angels and deities that have been helping me. And I guess they kind of felt like my subconscious might knew, or my soul, but I need to be consciously aware of this. Not to like really bow down to it, but at least show how much I respect that there are other forces of nature and of divinity that are helping me. And the thing about it is I never noticed I had light and dark energies. And when I look at dark, I don't really look at them as all evil, because I've seen spirits that have came in the light that I thought was like they were actually like not good. And so I'm bringing this up because this is a big deal for me. Like I came up Christian. And so when I kind of started changing my views on Christianity, I started being more open-minded, and now I'm on my own spiritual path. I don't claim a denomination anymore. It's because of the things that have been presented to me since I was 3 years old and growing up. Things been coming to me. And back when the dark goddess, when she came to me, it started off as Isis about a year after COVID. She showed up during a time where I wasn't feeling well health-wise. And my temperature was really high. I was like over 100 some degrees. I couldn't move my body. I was laying in this bed actually. And I remember I was laying down pretty much half unconscious. And I remember waking up out of consciousness and saying, Isis. And I never called her name out like that. And all of a sudden my temperature went from like 108, 100 whatever degrees all the way down to like 98.6, back to normal. And when my sister checked my temperature, everything was normal. So like that was my first sign that she was there, because I feel like she went through me. I know that sounds crazy, but I believe in miracles. I've always believed in miracles, and I feel like she healed me. Then about a year later, I got a secretary. She came to me, and she came to me when I was laying on this bed back here. And I remember when I woke up out of my sleep, something just made me wake up for some reason. Like 2 o'clock in the morning, I saw like a black shadowy apparition standing over me. And all of a sudden, it moved real quick. Because she was like, see how I'm in with this camera? She was like this. It was like a black shadowy apparition. And she moved over there to that window here. And this whole light, how you see this white light, it was all blue. So like, you know how lightning is like electric blue? All this is blue light. And it just came through the room. And all of a sudden, I saw a woman with long, straight black hair and like a black dress. And I just saw the back of the head, and then she turns around like this, and then she's looking up in the air. And then like say y'all with me on the bed, she looks down like this, and then she slowly smiles like this. And then I'm like, and then I raised my bed like that. I was like, what? And my intuition, I already knew this is who it was. I was like, is this Hecate? And so she didn't answer at first. She just smiled even harder. And I said, and then she turned around like she was gonna leave. I was like, I gotta know. And then she swerved back around, her hair flowed back, and she was so fair, very fair skin, but she also had like a blue tint, almost like how the moon kind of like a bluish tint. And then she came upon me like that, and I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of freaked out a little bit. And then she put me to sleep, like literally, she put her hands like barely above my eyes, and I just went to sleep. And what was crazy, because my cat, before she had passed, she was under my bed, the cat. So my cat saw everything. The whole room was blue, guys, the whole room. And that was an extreme confirmation that she was around me, because like I've always seen her in visions and stuff in certain aspects of my life, but she actually showed up in my house. And there has been no deity ever in my life, I'm talking about actual deity, not a ghost, not a spirit, a deity, come to my house. And I live in Texas, and this is a Greek goddess right here, came in my home. And what's crazy, right? I don't have any statue. I don't have really anything of like anything that I'm doing towards her. You know, this makes sense. I always, cause like during the times in the past when I was younger, I always kind of felt like there was some type of woman around me, but I didn't know her identity. I kind of felt I do know she was a different coach, but I wasn't sure what she was. And then she finally let me know who she was. It was goddess Hecate, and so, or Hecate, and so that's who I saw. Right, and ever since then, my life has changed. She's helped me transform in so many ways. I can't even tell you guys, man. She's helped heal me as well, just like Isis. And so I'm only bringing this video up, man. If anybody is doubting that some of these spirits might be not real, they are. But I do feel like when she comes at me, even though people know her as a goddess, both these energies, the goddess and the Isis, they kind of come in the energy of an angel to me. Like they look out for me like an angel would. I'm not necessarily saying they are. I'm just letting you know they come in that love energy. Not like lovey-dovey, but it's kind of like stern when I have to learn my lessons, but love nonetheless. Like the better word would be compassion. And so, and same thing how when I ran into Persephone, and it could be because of my natal chart, Scorpio, or just my past lives. I definitely know I had a lot of past lives in Greece, but from what they show me, it's just like I have a heavy energy around me, which was them. Now, this is the thing. I'm only bringing this up too. She's helped me transform, but I feel like she's also part of my soul contract. And a lot of people don't know this, right? When you petition or you request for a deity, right? Even if you feel like this is your first time doing this with them, most likely it's not. You might have done it in a past life. And the thing about it is, like, your soul knows what was in the contract. And so these deities know the specific time they should come to you, whether it be 20 years old, 10 years old, 30 years old, 50 years old, or never. Now, I will say, again, some of you guys might never work with these spirits. And I feel like the bond might be tied already and it might not. And I'm only bringing this up because, like, coming up Christian, I've always had these dark and light energies around me. I've been baptized 5 times, not because anything was wrong with me. I just had times where I felt like I wanted to renew myself back when I was a Christian. Does this make sense to you? I respect it, but I'd rather not claim a denomination, you know? I just consider myself spiritual and a man of love, and that's another story for another time. But I just thought that was interesting that as much Christian influence that I had in my life as a child, I've always seen these spirits, but they never had a name to them until I got older, when I, and I started realizing what they were when they finally decided to tell me. There's so many forces that are real, like even the sun god Ra, like I've seen that him, and it's just a lot going. But I definitely have more females around me, like all the time. Like it's mind blowing. Um, I really can't even explain it. And I've learned this through my travels too in the Navy, man. So I'm bringing this up though, just to let y'all know how these feminine energies were already around me and came to me even stronger. But I'm also telling you how they transformed my life, man. They put me through a lot of lessons and broke me away from a lot of people. And when I started realizing in my life, of course, I did start showing homage as far as respect. I don't worship nothing, but I respect as far as acknowledge, like a thank you or do something out of gratitude. Kind of like when you go to the pulpit, they make you eat the bread and wine. I might give some roses. I might do something. I might light a candle, homage to the energies helping me, but that's about as far as I go. It's not, to me, it's not prayer, it's just a respect. Because I'm a person, I don't believe you should be giving up your power, only to like an omnipresent force. Because I look at them as like, I respect them, but I just feel like there's something that made them, and I don't want to tell y'all who that is. It's not my place to change y'all views, but there's something I know. There's a higher divinity than them that helped them, and I'm not demoting their power at all, by far. They're independent on their own, but I still know that everything, even me, we all came from a certain sources. But definitely, man, I respect them a lot, man. I'm telling you, like, if the things I can tell you, man, they help me with my divination. They do so much without me even asking sometimes. I feel like because I've done so much work for them in this life, in the past life, knowingly or unknowingly. So I'm bringing them up because if y'all notice, I have times where I do like the regular readings. It can be love, it can be what's going on with these regular lighthearted readings, and then I might tap into I might decide to do like a dark goddess message. And again, I'm not denying the masculine. I still respect the masculine inside of me and within me and all that. I'm a straight male and all that. It's just the fact that I just feel like in this life, even if these goddesses and these angel beings didn't show up to me, I feel like I was always going to be a fighter and a defender and an advocate for females, because I don't like women getting abused, even when I was in the military. And I always stood up for them, and I saw my mom, my sister go through things, and I know how guys can be. And I just don't like it. It does hurt me if somebody was to misjudge me before they even get to know me, because I'm not like the typical guy. I'm not trying to boast on myself. So I just look at myself as not that a woman needs defending, but I support them, and I feel like that's what I do with these energies. They don't need me, but I show homage and respect, and if they want me to put out a message about them, I will do so. But yeah, man, like definitely, if y'all are somebody who works with any of these energies, Hecate, Persephone, Isis, I'm probably gonna make a separate video on them. But I'm just gonna let y'all know that if y'all wonder what's going on my videos, this is something that's around me a lot, whether y'all know or not, other than my regular angels and probably these other spirit guides and ancestors from time to time. But these are dominant. Like, I see them more than ancestors. I don't really see my ancestors like that or anything like that. I see these. And the thing about it, like, again, you would think they would go away. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, every soul is incarnated differently. Just like how some people think they're star seeds or think they're more light or whatever. Like, you really don't know what's around you till you really start tapping into yourself, And even though I know some of these spirits are very popular, I do feel like a lot of people who think these things are around them, they might not be around them, because I do know there's trickster spirits out there. I don't know if y'all ever seen shape-shifting spirits. So your soul and your heart's going to definitely know what kind of spirit is around you. Even if you think you're talking to Archangel Michael, some people think they're talking to Archangel Michael. That's not. It's Michael. You got two different Michael energies. I'm telling you what things I've seen. So I would tell you, anybody, when you tapping into these energies, really use your discernment. But definitely, I would say talk to your direct angels that you're born with. If you ever tap into a deity, I would tell y'all to, pray to the source if you want to do that, or the actual guides that you have, make themselves present or give you some type of dream or vision if you can. And if you do feel like you're blocked intuitively, it could be because of the past life. I mean, yes, it can open up, but you might have misused your gifts too. So if you're struggling with gifts and things in that nature, that could be your reason. But I just wanted to bring that up, man. Again, I'm a person. I'm not a person that wishes ill on anybody. I'm a loving man and things in that nature. But I gotta say, I do have an aspect of myself. Again, it could be the Scorpion, me, just my soul as a whole, where I like to learn about everything light and dark just to find the truth of life. You know, because I feel like everything came out of the darkness. I feel like there is some type of dark mother energy that has birthed us. Because think about it, when we're children, we're all born within our mother's womb, and it's dark there, okay? And we come out the sack and we here, okay? Just like these planets, when I see these little spirits in space, I look at them inside of a big black moon. I mean, not moon, but a wound. I should say a wound. Does it make sense? And they have their own energies. They have their own ways they want to be, and they all are connected through our chakras because we're connected to the planets. You know, as above, so below. And that's another story for another time. I can go on for this, but yeah, I just wanted to share that little brief story. If y'all stuck in this long, thank you. If y'all noticed, I just looked at it. I didn't even know this, right? I forgot to tell you. When I was in Japan, I got this done years ago, and I didn't even realize that I was connected to this moon goddess until literally almost 6-7 years later after I got this, which is wild. So it's kind of like I did it unconsciously. This is what I'm saying. Like, I have so many symbolisms of things, and like I got this serpent snake wrapped around my arm, and it's like I'm doing things unconsciously, but it's like my soul just knows. Like, I got sage soul on my fingers. Like, you know, I feel like I'm a wise soul. I got all these Hebrews and Greek textures on my arm and stuff. It's just wild, man. Just like Ishtar, I got another story about that, and then Reshka, I got things I want to tell y'all, and a lot of these spirits are real. It's not an illusion, but they only show themselves in my perspective when they feel like it, other than people trying to evoke them. Because these divinities, a lot of them I did not really want around me. They just been here. Because my whole life I was wondering, why am I seeing some dark things other than light? And every time I try to be more light, there's always dark things around me. So it's like I always had a loving heart, but I had, like, I guess you can say, darker energies other than like protecting me heavily, and I couldn't understand what is going on with me. It felt like I was tripping, like what's going on in my mind? Like, I'm in church, I'm doing all this stuff, what is going on, what's going on? They never go away. They're not here to take my soul, they're not here to do anything. They're just here to teach me. It feels like more a harder way of living, a harder way of life, and to pretty much be grateful for what I have. And it felt like I was getting judged all my life. And once I proved myself continuously grateful, no matter what energies, light or dark, would help me, I got blessed. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, instead of me having a beautiful, sweet life and a loving life, I still had love in me, but going through darkness, almost having life-death experiences, but still being grateful for being here instead of just thinking everything's peachy. You know, because I'm a person, I'd rather see the dark than go to the light. That way I don't have to have any obstacles going forward as I get older. And then when the time does go for me to pass away, I've already experienced the you know, pretty much the death experiences. So it makes it a little lighter. And it actually helps me kill karma, because I noticed that the life path I chose, from when I see in my soul contract, I chose a more harder path. And it doesn't mean I don't have happy times, but it gets rid of karma. So if you're wondering why your life is bad, or it seems like it's going through a lot of stuff, you most likely, you probably don't know this, but your soul knows it chose this life to get rid of karma. Because the harder the lessons, the quicker your karma goes from past lives, and you learn the lesson. What you want to call this, the earth school, whatever, or sins, you just learn, you're getting through your vices. That way you can evolve and get back with source. And if you decide to come back here as a spirit guide, you can. But that's what I'm seeing right here, from my perspective on life. Yeah, even with your soulmates or people you think is your family members, a lot of our family members, some of you guys, if y'all feel like y'all going through a lot of stuff with your family members, a lot of your family members incarnated now to break peace with you, break bread, even if it don't seem like it, because you possibly were enemies in the past life. Yeah, because you ever know sometimes you connect more with your friends and sometimes your family members. That's showing you who you're more connected with. Like, you might have been family with your friends in the past life. Now they decide to be friends. And your enemies in the past life decide to be family now, so you can get rid of karma, but you don't really understand that. And if you can't find a way to make some type of peace, y'all might incarnate again until y'all do it again, until y'all can actually break bread. Because the whole object of life is, no matter how light and dark you are, is to be balanced, but technically to come together and find a way to love genuinely. Right? I'm not talking about in sensually ways or children. Just genuinely respect each other and respect the sources of life. Whether you, like, your guardian angels, God, the source, the God is pretty much all coming to one to love. But the thing about it is, it seems like humanity right now has chosen darkness. From my perspective, like, if you notice on movies, they don't really show love movies. Everybody seems to trend to like darker movies, whether it be horror, action, killing, fighting, because that's what appeals. Nobody wants to see anything happy. Nobody wants to see an angel movie. If you think about it, intimacy videos sell, everything sells, hardcore music sells. And people, people say they want love. It's like they're contradicting themselves, because technically we're buying into like another, like the side of like the explicit, and so even if you feel like you're a good person, the pretty much to me, that even though the collective is awakening, they've done so much from their past lives or lives they lived here before, where this world is more dark. So now this darkness has to come to bring the chaos. So later on it can be reconstructed in more structure, because you know how to say chaos first then order. So like the chaos has to come then order. I don't agree with this, but how the earth is made, this is how it is, because if you notice earth, she always having volcanoes and earthquakes and all these eruptions, because that's breaking. When things are breaking up and the tectonic plates are moving around, that's chaos. But then it creates something beautiful, which is, that chaos is formed structures into something beautiful, I should say. And that's how I look at us, man. And that's what I feel like these feminine energies have done for me and all my angels and all my guys, man. I don't look at anything better than the other. Even my psychic attacks. I don't like psychic attacks, but it built me strong. It's like if you ever got punched before, you get hit in the face one time, it hurt. You get hit in the second time, your face it hurt, but then the third time your jaw gets strong, you good at it. Don't mean you won't get hit, but you're used to that. And then after a while, the person hitting you, if they might, not everybody, sometimes they might get respectful. And that's how I look at these spirits. Like, they keep going and going and going, and they just like, hey, they backed off. Other than my guardians pushing them off. It's like, all right, I don't want to mess with night no more, And so I just look at everything as a lesson. I try not to hold on to regrets, none of that, man. And this is something that these spirits have shown me, man. I've seen the heavenly states, I've seen Hades. I've seen, again, I think I told you, I've seen my grandfather come back to me, but it's like crossover. Like my grandfather, when he passed away, he was crossing over. And these spirits have allowed me to see spirits passing over and what it happens when they got to go through their life reviews. And that's why I try to do everything now and try to do good deeds. Not out of force, but because my heart wants to. Because I will say this, do things because your heart compels you to, not because, just, it's the right thing to do. You still want to do it in a genuine way, where it's not fake. Like, you're doing it because you're afraid of a negative outcome or a backlash from it. Do it because you genuinely want to do it. Because I'm telling you right now, it's like your heart, other than your mind, it's like it keeps memory. Because you have heart, your heart, you have brain tissue, and it keeps memory, all these things. I'm telling you right now. And the spirit, where they judge in their heart, man, that's something I do know true. So I don't want to make this video too long, man, but I give homage to the spirits that are around me, whether dark or light. And again, I'm a man of love, but again, I respect all sides of life. And because I'm here to find my own truth, just like you, and I'm not here to sway y'all in any other direction. So if y'all wonder what sometimes my videos be, just regular like some people, and then I randomly talk about dark goddesses or some other stuff. I'm definitely not malevolent, nothing like that. It's just that if I feel compelled to put out a message, I do it, because I'm noticing I got some followers some more on the witch path. I got some followers that might be Christian. I'm just trying to reach everybody, man. And my whole thing is this: I'm not judging you for what you do. I'm just here to inspire you, get you through your day, and send love your way and some type of healing advice, no matter if it might be coming from a darker goddess or an angel. Because think about it, is if it's coming from one of those sides, most likely that's because it's around you. So if you're already working with a darker energy and this message resonates with you, that's just already confirming. If you're working with a lighter energy and this doesn't resonate with you, then you know that this video is not for you. But at the end of the day, it just shows, because we all have light and dark energies around us all the time. Predominantly, this whole world is dark, And even if you want to look at the Christian belief, if you're going to believe, not saying that it's a lie, but if you're going to believe that 3/4 of the angels fell from heaven, that means technically, in my mind, 75% of this earth is dark. So that's why we're going through all this stuff, if we're going to go in that belief system. But long story short, man, I wish y'all the best, man. But I just want to let y'all know, if y'all ever wondered, again, I want to keep repeating myself, why I bring up goddesses and certain energies, is that I felt I was called to show homage to the divine feminine, and I was actually showing a lot of lives that I've lived, where I always felt connected to her and Mother Nature, and so much more. And I never knew why. To this day, I never knew why, until these last couple years, why I had so much respect, not just for the feminine and the spirit world, but women. I never understood that. Like, of course, being the opposite sex, we're gonna love women already, but I had like an admiration from women, because I know they go through a lot of stuff. So again, if y'all made it through this video this far, I can kind of get along with it. Forgive me. I hope I didn't bore you. I don't know what I'm going to title this video. First, I was going to title it Transformation, or like how the dark goddess transformed me, or the great goddess. But I might just call it spiritual talk and transformation. I don't know. Maybe this will touch y'all, man. So if y'all looking for a path, I'm not telling you to follow my lead. I just look through everything, find my truth, and pick what I need to do to get to a certain point. Because technically, we're following old texts, and we're hoping that it's correct. We really don't know. Even if people have a life-death experiences, I know that everybody has a different life-death experience. Some people never see hell. Some people see heaven. Everybody's different, man. But I'm a person, don't live in fear, man. That's the worst thing. Live your truth, because you don't want to be passing away and regret following somebody else. So with that being said, man, my name is Knight. I hope this video didn't bore you. If you made it this far, I'm grateful for y'all. If y'all do like the video, thumbs it up, man. And I wish y'all a blessed day wherever y'all at. Blessed to be everybody.